Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Yesterday it happened. Oh, I had a sick day. And let me tell you, I was actually very sick. It all started the night before last. I'm here in my lovely accommodations. And my pump starts beeping, and just so we know, and let me just do this for you. Of course it goes off. Can we focus? I hope we can. I'm at 5. Which is okay. But I just couldn't get my blood sugar up. They were with me for like an hour and a half, and my blood sugar finally started going up. Just little increments. And then by 3 a.m., I was up around 9. But my stomach was really acting up. I do have one complication. Well, one of the complications is that I have a slow intestine, so things don't always go as quickly as they can. And I have problems down there. We'll just call them that. For the sake of family entertainment, which this really isn't any entertainment. But that night, I got sick. And probably about 2:30ish, I threw up. Maybe you don't want to hear this, but this is what happened. And it was the big vomiting session, but it burned. It burned all the way up and down. So we got cleaned up for that. Then, about 3:10 or so, let's just say I had an awful lot. Just trying to keep us clean here. And after that, I couldn't sleep for a bit. I was still feeling nauseous, and when the nurse came in the morning, I let her know. And I kept using this little device, make sure it was up to date, and I not primed it. Oh, what is it called? Calibrated it. Oh, God, see? And I was really dragging. They came in and I said, I don't want breakfast. I just want tea and some juice. So I did have some minor carbs. I didn't feel like eating the whole thing. I was just feeling very sick. And the one thing I didn't do, I did check for ketones. Well, in my mind, and I've been talking to you guys for a long time lately about making sure that you take care of the ketones, take extra insulin for the ketones. But I did check. Oh, that's better. My arm was falling asleep. Chances are I wasn't having issues. But looking back, I did blood tests, I calibrated, I checked my pump, so my blood sugars were okay. So I don't think it was an illness. Today, I'm feeling a bit stronger. I had my snack last night. I didn't have dinner, but I had my snack. And made it through all last night. I felt a little dodgy, but who knows? And I'm so glad that things happened. Because whatever caused that, I felt better. Didn't feel great. I felt better. Now, what is it we've always said when you're sick? Call your doctor. Well, I told the nurse. I didn't call my doctor. Next thing is that monitor yourself. Well, I did monitor myself. I did sip on some liquids, mainly tea yesterday. Today, I did have breakfast. So, you know, I am, like I said, I am feeling stronger and better. I wanted to get this produced so we didn't lag behind. But, you know, be sensible. There's so much diabetes care. If you don't have someone to help you, like do a finger poke or whatever, and you're quite ill, I'm just talking like normal stuff, then you're going to have to make sure you do it. Keep yourself hydrated. Don't let yourself end up in DKA. Because when you get into DKA, you're going to have problems. And trust me, I've gone through DKA. I don't want it to happen. And I'm kind of glad it didn't happen yesterday. But it could have very easily. And we have to be prepared and able to handle it. Now again, I am not a doctor. I don't suggest you follow anything I said. These are things that my doctor and myself have worked out for me. Doesn't mean it will work for you. So find out what your doctor wants you to do. Now for me, years ago it used to be 5 units if I showed small, 15 units if I showed large. You add insulin in. But if you're not eating, oh my God. Well, your body still needs insulin to survive. Just because you're not eating does not mean that you should stop taking insulin. So many people have ended up in the hospital because they've stopped taking insulin. I think the first time as an adult I got sick, I did stop taking insulin. And I did get really sick. The last time I had DKA, I was still taking insulin. I was in the hospital. I was fighting an infection, but I was still in the hospital. And so things just happened to work its way out eventually. But all I know is I had so many issues with DKA. I never want it to happen again. So if you're sick, follow the guidelines set out by your doctor. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to start cutting back insulin because if I give this much, this will happen. So if I cut it back even further, I'll be perfect. Chances are you won't. Be sensible with your diabetes. Come up with a plan with your doctor. Have a super day. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.